Scorpio, and welcome to your September 2018 relationship reading with Divine Love Tarot. I want to welcome you to my channel, whether it's your first time here or you're a return viewer or subscriber. Thank you, and I hope that this message resonates with you. If you find that the message in this video is not resonating with you, then I just would like to reiterate that this is a general reading, and general readings are not going to resonate with everybody. And if you find that this reading isn't, you may want to check out your moon sign, your rising, or even your Venus sign, because sometimes those planets are more prominent in your chart. If you don't know what any of that just meant, go ahead and send me an email or even ask me in the comments. Sorry, my sign is slipping. And I will explain that to you and even help you find out that information. Now, moving on to the fact that this is a general reading, I just want to address last month's reading because I had a lot of feedback. I got a lot of great feedback last month, okay? I got more great feedback than I did negative feedback. So it kind of seems silly to address it, but I think that across the board, I've been noticing that when the video does not resonate for you, a lot of people feel the need to attack. And last month, I said some things that some Scorpios didn't agree with, and they felt the need to attack. And in that attack, a few things that were said was that I'm jealous of Scorpios, I'm a hater, I'm using personal experience I have with Scorpios, I don't like Scorpios, etc., etc. And I just have to say that all of that is not true. I don't use my personal experiences in my readings. I do readings for a lot of people personally, okay, outside of these general readings. And therefore, sometimes there are specific themes that I notice happening for certain signs, and I may incorporate that into my readings, but not me personally. So if I have a personal problem with someone, I'm not going to let that come out in my reading. So I just want to say that because I felt like that was one of the things that I wanted to address. And that if I make a statement, something along the lines of Scorpios can be controlling, that's not saying that Scorpios are all controlling. Okay, I'm very metaphoric. Okay, I like to use a lot of metaphors, similes, things that are random, and compare them to whatever I'm talking about in order to prove my point. That's just how I am conversationally anyways. And so if you are a very literal person, sometimes maybe things that I say aren't going to translate for you because you're taking me verbatim, and that's not what I mean. And I don't have a problem with you asking me questions, but you can't, like I had one person who was demanding that I explain myself to her, and it's like, you're upset that you feel like I say Scorpios are controlling, but here you are in my comments trying to basically bully and force me into explaining myself or why I said what I said, which is proving exactly my point, okay? And if someone asks you to move away or move on from a situation and you refuse to let it go, that's kind of the point that I was making in the video as far as not letting someone go or not letting something go when they said they are ready to go or when you know that they're ready to go. So that is just an example for you of how I use certain things to make an example. So with all that being said, I just want to reiterate that I don't hate Scorpios. I don't hate any sign. I couldn't be a tarot card reader if I hated specific signs, or I shouldn't be a tarot card reader. But in general and in life, I don't hate any sign. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into your September reading. Love you, Scorpio. So this is a relationship reading, okay? Which means it's between you and another person specifically. If you're not dating anyone, this video is not going to make any sense for you. If you haven't been in a relationship in a long time and there's no one in the picture, even if you have a person in mind and it's been forever, if that person's not thinking about you, there's no energy coming your way from that person. So therefore, this reading is not going to resonate. So for people who say, oh, that person could call me, or I haven't heard anything from them. If you haven't heard anything from them in a long time, most likely they're not thinking about you. This is for recent breakups, people who are dating, people who are in relationships, people who are married, people who've been together for a long time, people who have just met, not people who have not talked in 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 10 years, okay? All right, so the first card is going to represent the current energy between the two of you, and we've got the Page of Pentacles. Next card is going to represent what they're thinking. So this is their energy, and Scorpio, this will be your energy. This is Scorpio's energy right here, okay? Next card represents what they're thinking, and we've got the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, and I just came back from vacation. Oh, not just, but I went on vacation. That's why I haven't been posting videos. Yes, I know my nails are jacked up. No, I haven't gotten them done yet. Yes, I'm still going to do this video because I want to get my September videos out, okay? So bear with me in the nails. They'll be done at the next set of videos, okay? Next month, you won't have to worry about them. Now, next card represents what they are feeling, and we've got the King of Swords. Next card represents what they're showing you, Scorpio, and we've got the Two of Pentacles. All right. Next card represents what you're showing, Scorpio. You've got the High Priestess in the reverse. Next card represents what you're feeling. We've got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. And next card represents what you are thinking, and we've got the Eight of Pentacles. All right, guys. So first card with the Page of Pentacles, it could be that you guys have gotten to the plateau portion of this relationship. And so for those of you guys who have just recently met, or this is a new relationship, you might get to the part where you're kind of going through routine now, okay? You're getting used to each other. You're getting comfortable with each other. Things are very familiar. Also with the Page of Pentacles, because it's a pentacle, this is tangible. So this means that whether you're feeling more secure with each other, or whether the security and the stability are there, but they're not in an advanced phase yet. For those of you who have been in a long-term relationship, this just means that there is something that you guys are focusing on, okay? There is a specific thing, because the Page of Pentacles is holding one pentacle. So that pentacle is a specific issue. It's something that either you guys are working through or working towards together as a couple. All right, let me go ahead and clarify that. And we get the Lovers in the reverse, okay? So for some of you, the issue or the thing that you guys are focusing on is how you guys really feel about each other, okay? With the Lovers in reverse, it can indicate that you guys are not necessarily on the same page, or that, you know, maybe one of you feels like you're not on the same page. You know, are you really in love with each other? Are you in love at all? Okay, I think that's where you guys are at within your relationship. For some of you, this is representing that there is no love, or that you have fallen out of love, and that this is the thing, okay? That is the thing that you guys are working through, okay? So those are different options for different couples, okay? I'm not saying everybody's breaking up, but there is a situation for a Virgo who you may be thinking about or considering breaking up with the particular person that you're with, okay? The person that you're with, they're getting over some type of betrayal. They feel like you've hurt them, okay? They feel like they're getting over it, okay? It's not fresh, but at the same time, they're still thinking about it. Okay, it's on their mind. It's something that, you know, whether they're trying to determine if they can trust you, or whether they've determined that they can't trust you, at some point in the past, they feel like they've been betrayed by you, and they're trying to get over it. Okay, let me go ahead and clarify that. We've got the Tower. So whatever it was something that kind of shook things up, or maybe they found out something recently that, yeah, okay, it's not a fresh wound anymore, but it still hurt like heck, all right? And it really was the catalyst to what's happening now, okay? Whether you guys are going to be together or not going to be together. Excuse me. With this Tower card, with them thinking, all right, with this being what they're thinking, they're either thinking that this person may be the one to think about breaking up, okay? It looks like that's what's on their mind based off of what's happened. The Tower card is very destructive. So at the very least, they want to argue, they want to fight, okay? And they want to get their point across, or they're thinking about all the things, all the things negative that has happened between the two of you. This person, whatever they're thinking, it's kind of ugly, okay? Moving on to what they're feeling, and we've got the King of Swords. So, the King of Swords is not really big on, showing his feelings. So in their heart, they're feeling like either it's time to sever this relationship, right? Because the King of Swords is very logical, and I'm just going to pull the clarifier. Yeah, we've got the Star card in reverse, okay? So when the Star card in reverse, it's like this person is basically not feeling like you guys are soulmates anymore, or not feeling like, you're the quote-unquote one, or at the very least they're having some type of self-esteem issues. But because the King of Swords is in the upright here, I feel like there's like to me, this is like there's an icebox where their heart used to be, right? So they're being very cool and calculated and logical instead of actually feeling emotions when it comes to the situation. So for some of you, this person has gotten to a point where they're not really feeling anything as far as the situation. They're kind of like just, they're not going to let their emotions come into play when it comes to the situation. All right. Now, for those of you who are in a long-term relationship, I feel like whatever has happened to cause this person to feel like they've been hurt or betrayed, or feel like, something destructive has happened. And, maybe this is going to be a reading that only resonates with a few people and not with everyone, okay? Because this is definitely shaping up to be a situation where somebody's thinking about breaking up. Whether the both of you are thinking about breaking up, somebody in the situation is thinking about, either how do you guys get back on the same track after something so destructive has happened, after so much has happened. Okay, maybe you guys have realized that whatever foundation you guys created in the relationship was rocky. And so maybe it's not so necessarily about it breaking up, but it's almost like things are at a point where you're at ground zero and you've got to build. You've got to start from scratch. How do you do that? All right? That just came to me, so I think that'll resonate with some people. Sorry. Now, what they're showing you is the Two of Pentacles, okay? So with the Two of Pentacles, that's them juggling. So they could be either, trying to make time for you, or trying to juggle the relationship, with other things, whether it's family, whether it's work. Let's go ahead and clarify that. We get the Seven of Wands, okay? So it could just be a situation where they're indecisive, all right? Or they're pensive. With the Two of Pentacles, it's definitely a decision or something that not only are they trying to balance, but they're trying to decide and weigh the importance, right? How important is it for me to make these two pentacles even? Do I make them even, or do I juggle, right? And so sometimes I'm going to pay more attention to this pentacle, and then sometimes this pentacle will get more attention, right? But they're also a bit defensive over something. All right, with the Seven of Wands, it's like they're very defensive. They're very not sensitive, but it's like if you approach them or if you try to talk to them, they're just showing you a lot of combativeness, okay? They're showing you a lot of defensiveness. Even in their indecision, even in their indecisiveness, it's like, don't question me, all right? Let me get to where I'm getting on my own, all right? Don't let me figure it out, especially if they feel like they've been betrayed or they've been hurt. It's like, don't tell me how to feel. Don't talk to me. Just let me deal with this how I need to deal with this. So if they are not breaking up, but they're still just trying to get over whatever happened between the two of you that's caused you guys to not be on the same page and caused them to think about the betrayal and to feel so cold and like, you know, kind of disconnected emotionally, they're going to need some time. Now, for those of you who this person is trying to break up, I feel like they're trying to figure out how to do that. I don't think they've actually come out and maybe said that to you yet, or they haven't expressed it or shown it. And so they're really weighing their options right now on how to do this, okay? And maybe that's why they're so defensive, because they're not ready to talk about it, but at the same time, that's really what they're thinking and feeling, and it's coming out and as them being defensive and indecisive. They may be going back and forth. One day they may be cordial or cool or easy to talk to, and the next day you may be like, what the hell is wrong with this person? Because they haven't figured out how to express what it is that they're thinking and feeling yet. Okay? Now you, Scorpio, what you're showing is the High Priestess in reverse. All right? So we know in the High Priestess in reverse, this is someone who is not following their intuition, who's not following their gut. The High Priestess in reverse can also tend to be kind of cold herself. All right? And so let me go ahead and just clarify. Get the Six of Cups, which is, you know, about nostalgia and, you know, things in the past. So I feel like with the High Priestess in the reverse, maybe there's a situation where you are, you know, kind of showing that you're in a nostalgic state, but you're not present. You're not here right now. You're not in your full, I'm in, you know, what is the word? I don't want to use the word control. God forbid, I've got to find another word to use. But you're not in your full power. Anyone who is the High Priestess in reverse is not in their full power. All right? You're not showing your full confidence. You're not showing that you're confident in what you're feeling or what you're thinking, because you're out of touch with yourself right now, okay? And you being out of touch with yourself is coming off as you maybe being emotional, even maybe being a little bit wishy-washy with the Six of Cups, especially if you are, you know, thinking back and talking back and referring back to things that happened in the past, or if you're holding on to, you know, talking about how good things used to be, and this person over here is focused on everything that's happened bad, okay? So definitely you guys would not be on the same page, because they're still trying to get over it. They're still, you know, dealing with the hurt or the frustration or the pain or whatever it was that happened, and you're over here, you know, possibly talking about, oh, you remember how, you know, things used to be here, or do you remember how, you know, we met? And they're just like, look, I don't even want to deal with that right now. I really don't. Like, I don't even want to think about how good things used to be, because all they can think about is how bad things are right now. So you guys are not, that's why the Lovers are in reverse, because you guys are not on the same page, okay? Whether there's a breakup or there's not a breakup. What you're feeling, Scorpio, with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, you could be feeling like things are taking a turn for the worse. Some of you, even though you may not show that you are in your full power, emotionally, you know, what your intuition is connecting or should be connecting with is the fact that this other person may be trying to move on or move away from the situation. The fact that this other person is still stuck, at least in mentally, on whatever has happened bad between you, okay? Where you want to be nostalgic about the good times, they're being nostalgic about everything that's gone wrong, all right? And you can sense that, I feel like, emotionally. Also, with the Six of Pentacles, to clarify that, you know, and if you, I feel like there's a lot of cards that are kind of tying into the Libra reading. So if you're a Scorpio who's dealing with a Libra, then Libra was definitely guarded, and they, you know, not seeing you as someone who's ready to take things to the next level. But that's just for Scorpios and Libras. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask me about the Scorpio-Libra connection. If you're not with a Libra, then you feel like this is an unfair and unequal union. Okay, with the Six of Pentacles, it's like someone feels like someone else has the upper hand, whether it's you feeling like you need to get the upper hand in the situation, or feeling like you don't have the upper hand right now, and maybe that's why you're showing yourself as the High Priestess in reverse, because you feel like you don't have any control. With the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse and the Six of Pentacles, it's almost like you feel like you don't have control either of your emotions, or you don't have any control over, oh God, I said the word control again, but that's what the Six of Pentacles can represent, that you don't have any say in what's happening right now. Okay, or there isn't, there, like I said, when there's an unequal union, then someone has the upper hand. So you feel like you don't have a good hand, a good grasp on what's going on right now. All right, what you're thinking is the Eight of Pentacles. So with the Eight of Pentacles, you could probably be thinking, okay, maybe this is something that can be worked out. All right, so maybe you're feeling like either things can be worked out, things can be worked on. Some of you have turned your focus to work and work related things, because you're like, you know what, I have other things that I need to focus on versus this relationship. Okay, so some of you are not even focused on this relationship, and that's why the High Priestess is in reverse, because you're really like, you know what, I've got to get my business to go, together. I've got work things that I need to take care of. So that's where my focus is going to be. All right. For others of you, with the Eight of Pentacles, and because it's in what you're thinking, there are some of you who are overthinking this relationship. It's almost like the Eight of Pentacles can represent obsession. So you're thinking about this relationship nonstop. You're thinking about how to make it better, why things are falling apart, why this person's acting the way they're acting. You're spending a lot of time kind of obsessing over it. So let me go ahead and clarify that, and we get the Five of Cups. So definitely there's someone who is spending a lot of time thinking about everything that's gone wrong. So maybe you're both kind of doing the same thing. Maybe, you have a little bit of remorse for whatever part you feel like you've played, where this person is just feeling damn right, they're getting over some serious betrayal, right? You're also thinking about it in a more emotional way, though. You're like, wow, it's really sad that things are going the way they're going. Or, you're like, wow, look at this. I wish things could have happened differently. I wish that this person wasn't so sad. But at the same time, you are a little bit sad, Scorpio, okay? You're thinking about everything that was lost, everything that's gone wrong also. All right, and you may be even thinking about it a lot. So it's almost like you guys are at the same place. It's just that this person, because they feel like they're on the receiving end of any, negativity, they feel like, it's almost like they feel like they've been slighted. And you may be remorseful of that, and be trying to figure out, like, okay, well, how do we fix things? Do you even want to fix things? Okay, do we want to fix things? So I feel like that's where you guys are at right now. So like I said, there's definitely a specific issue that you guys are focused on. And whatever this issue is what's causing you guys to not be on the same page. And for some, even causing, either you to want to break up. But I think it's really this other person who, whether or not they want to break up, or they're just making it so you have no choice but to break up with them. Because who really wants to be with somebody who's this negative? Who wants to be with someone who their thoughts are negative, they're emotionless, they're not exhibiting any emotion, and they're showing indecisiveness and defensiveness? It's like, it's almost one of those situations where it's like they're almost forcing you to break up, because it's like, what am I supposed to do with this situation? Right? So, Scorpio, that has been your relationship reading, guys. If you have any questions, of course, I'm always open to your thoughts. Even if I don't agree, even if you don't agree with me, it's okay that we don't agree. I just would like, I can't force you guys to be, but, just be respectful. But being negative is just definitely not going to work. Not on my channel anyway. So if you didn't agree, you can let me know that you didn't agree. Like someone said to me, I've got to have thick skin. I can't expect everyone's going to agree. But I'm always open to talk about these readings. So if you have any questions, if you want to email me or shoot me a comment, I will respond to your comments. And If you would like a more personalized reading, then you can contact me for that at divinelovetarot@gmail.com. All my information is in the description bar below the video. And I will see you guys at the next reading. All right, Scorpio, bye.